Anyway, folks, you'll remember a few videos back I did a video about Firefly and Grote, two guitars that I ordered and had to send back. If you're interested in why, please go back to that video. I'll put the link in the description below this video. As an update to that, I did through Amazon get a replacement for the Grote, and I have it here for you. I did not get the replacement for the Firefly. That was through Guitar Garden's eBay page, and their customer service and return issues put me off. So I did not replace that guitar. I just got my money back. This one, however, I gave them a chance to put right, and I have to say that I received a much better guitar. I was able to set this up. It plays fine. So I'm able to give you a good indication about this particular guitar. This is the GTL100. At the point of purchase, this cost me $135 shipped. That's for a flamed guitar, folks. That is an amazing price. However, since receiving it and starting with this video, it has gone up to $149. So now this is $150. Is it still a deal? I think so. The first thing that I noticed with both the one I sent back and this one is the finish, although it's nice, is nothing like the photo. You'll remember I showed you the photo on the last video, and it's sort of like a purple burst. It goes from purple to black. This is more like a translucent lilac or violet finish. And yes, it's flamed, but the flame isn't as pronounced as it is on the picture. It's still nice. It's a very pretty looking guitar. Tele shape, double humbuckers. Here's the back. You can see the back cut there. Contour, belly cut they call it, for those of you who have big beer bellies. It's a nice looking guitar. It does have rosewood board with abalone dots on it, and there's the headstock. Fairly typical for a Tele style guitar. 6 in line, this time with locking tuners, believe it or not. So this is my first look at a Grote guitar, and well, I'll give you my honest opinion on it. I think for the money it's a good deal. However, I've been playing this side by side with the IYV guitar I got, the other flamed PRS looking model, the green one. And I have to say I think IYV is a better deal. Maybe I'll do a video on comparing those two brands. But on this one, the hardware's okay. It's this black hardware. It's fine. Everything works fine. The pickups are all right. Probably the biggest disappointments, and really you have to temper these disappointments when you're getting a guitar for $135 shipped to your house. The frets needed quite a bit of work. I had to do a lot of fret end beveling, and also the action was too high on both models that I received. The first one I tried to correct the action, and the neck was warped side to side, so when I got one side right, the other side would buzz. I sent it back. This one I managed to correct the action. The nuts cut better on this one. I think on this one it's a black nut, whereas the other one it was a white nut, if I remember rightly. So that's slightly different. It looks like, it doesn't look like rosewood to me. It looks like maybe a walnut fretboard. I might be wrong on that. The things that people are going to do with these, I can tell right away. Firstly, of course, get rid of the strings and put your own strings on. I can see a lot of people getting rid of these string trees as well and putting better string trees on. And also, I have to say, the weakest part of this guitar, and when I watched videos or read reviews of people talking about these guitars, a lot of them said how the locking tuners are not very good, and I have to concur. They really aren't that great. These ones seem to be working better than the other ones that I got. I did have one that was slipping quite badly. I don't have that issue, but for locking tuners, after stretching the strings out, they don't keep as accurate tune as you'd hope. So that's one thing about these. I can see a lot of people straight away ditching the string trees, getting rid of the tuners, maybe putting some tuners on it. I think the nut's fine. The hardware's all right. I'm not a big pickup snob. This is the bridge pickup, just on a clean tone. And there's the middle, so you get that. Nice bit of snap. And here's the neck. Not a whole lot of difference between the neck and the middle position with the two. A little bit, but you get a lot more when you flip to the bridge pickup. Of course, you get that bite. Rolling off the tone. Yeah, it's not bad really, and the more I play it after setting it up, the more decent it gets. I'm not going to bother with dirty tone. I'll give you a good indication of clean tone. The finish on this is nice. The abalone inlays are nice. It's got this set neck, but you can't. It looks like a neck through. It's very, very clean. So the finish is actually quite good for a $130 guitar. I could see somebody flipping out these pickups. I don't think they're that bad. They're probably not quite as good as what's in the IYV guitars, and also the Roswells that are in the Harley Bentons. They're probably not good, or the Wilkinsons. They're probably a little bit lower than that. A beginner's not going to care. Or somebody using this as a practice guitar or having it around their house is not going to care. To make this giggable, though, I think you'd probably want to put some of your favorite pickups in it, and then, of course, switch out those tuners. So that's, I mean, really, I can't complain for the money. It's okay. It's decent. However, if I spend $30-40 more on one of those IYV guitars from Vietnam, I think you're getting a considerable jump in quality. And I have to say, that even though I sent the Firefly guitar back for electronic problems, out of the box, the setup and the fit and finish was probably slightly better than what I got with the Grote. I didn't order a replacement for that guitar, but if I did, I don't think I'd have to do as much setup as I had to do on this. So a bit of fret end issue, which is normal. I'm in a dry climate. It's winter. Wood shrinks, metal does not. So I expect that. Also, I had to adjust the pickup heights. The bridge pickup was basically touching the strings. The action was too high. The intonation wasn't bad. I really didn't have to do too much on that. But I think probably the biggest complaint about these that people are going to have is these tuners. Probably people are going to want to switch those out. It's not bad. It's not terrible. And again, consider the price of this guitar. But I think if you were going to try and mod this, that would probably be your first mod, is to put some really good tuners on this. But really, you know, an arch top, flamed, translucent finish. Even though it's not what the picture depicts, it's a handsome looking guitar. I just wish these guitar companies that I mean, Harley Benton's guilty of this on the Thomann site as well. once you see the guitars are coming out differently than your depictions, or a couple of people mention it in reviews, go and switch your photos on your sites. I mean, a company like Grote is selling what on Amazon, on eBay, and maybe on one or two online selling platforms, maybe their own website. It would take somebody literally a couple of hours to go through and switch those photos out. I don't know why companies don't do it. So I think that's going to put people off, and I did see that mentioned in the reviews as well, is that the photos are misleading. They look like, there are three colors. There's a sort of a charcoal burst, this purple burst, and I forget what the other one is. It's like a red burst. But really it's not as deep and dark, and the flame isn't quite as pronounced as the pictures suggest. But I still think it's a handsome looking finish. What do you think? I mean, I've got pretty good light here. For a $130 guitar, you don't usually get flame finish. So, you know, it's not the best flame top that I've seen, and I'm sure it's just a veneer. But really, you can't complain for the price. So there you go. There's my honest opinion about these Grote GTL100s. Comes in 3 different colors. There's Tele shape. I may foray back into a look at one of their hollow body or jazz guitars at some point. They've impressed me enough to perhaps look at another model. But will I keep this? Probably not. I think I've got things that do the same, equivalent guitars that I think I prefer more. So I'll find a home for this, but really it's a really decent little deal for the money. So you can get these on Amazon right now. I think all 3 colors are available, and I think the price just went up to $149, but that's free shipping. And if you're willing to do a bit of setup work and even perhaps use this as a mod platform, I think you'll be fairly pleased with it. It's not that bad at all. But I still maintain that you could probably find something that is finished and with better parts and tuners and things like that if you maybe spend another $20-30. I mean, what were those 2 IYV guitars I got for about $180, which is only about $30 more than these, and I think it's worth it. So that's just my, I'm sure people will say the same about Firefly as well. That's just my take. Not as big of a disaster as the first one I got seemed to suggest. They did make it up by sending me a better guitar. You know, it's luck of the draw. They didn't actually select this for me. But it's a better guitar. It sets up, it plays, it does the job. And yeah, I think for the money it's a good deal. All right, folks. See you next time.